Yo, what's up, Crockxen clan members, Pokefans, and others who have stumbled upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we have Pokemon X and Y Episode 12 review for your faces. I'm sorry that it actually is pretty late. I actually missed it this morning. Really frustrating. I was doing a bunch of other stuff, and then I had to wait for it to get, for it to get uploaded on the website that I watch it on. So, or the website the links are down below. You guys they're in every video, so you guys should know this already. Um, but today was interesting. We've had Pokemon hunters, we've had Pokemon poachers. Now it's time to have Pokemon smugglers to the list. What the heck? What is this? Like literally, oh my god. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that you are really like trying to bring all the aspects of just evil-minded people more recently. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we got introduced to the concept that there is a thing as smuggling in Pokemon. So I thought that was, I mean, it's something different, right? I mean, we've kind of had that idea before, but I mean, literally, it's not because poachers would capture the Pokemon and then kill them, and for certain aspects, the hunters would go find a Pokemon for a paying client. Now we got smugglers who just steal Pokemon and then sell them at a high price. So no, but this episode was pretty interesting though. Like I gotta admit, there was a thing that kind of irked me though, and is the fact that they just slightly messed with Ash. Um, in a bad way though. Like we the Pokemon who was featured in this episode is Scatterbug, or the Scatterbug evolution, I should say, is what's featured, and like they rescue the Scatterbug, they take it to the Pokemon Center, and it gets healed and all that stuff. The thing randomly evolves. Like the evolutions right now, I'm not too happy with. Maybe it's just because it was a Scatterbug, and there wasn't really. I mean, it's not a Pokemon that is technically important for the future of the episode of the series. So maybe that's why. But it was really quick. So I don't know. Maybe it's because it was a Scatterbug and it's kind of like one of those weak Pokemon you find in the beginning, or just because it wasn't relevant to the rest of the series. I don't know. I hope that at least when the main cast is Pokemon evolve, should they evolve? I mean, obviously Fletching is going to evolve at some point, but I mean, I'm hoping that they'll at least go somewhat the way Black and White did it, but go beyond it because we have the new animation style and all that stuff. Um, but anyways, and then Bonnie, being a little girl, she's curious, like, oh my gosh, she's excited. The Pokemon evolved there in front of her face, and like she wants to know, oh, how do they evolve? And then Ash, why would you do this to Ash? She was so cool. No, he goes on a rat like on a tent like, oh my gosh, this is Pokemon. It's when Pokemon like starts glowing, and then you just go wow, and it's all cool, and then they change, and then they're new, and then yeah. And like even Bonnie's like, what? I don't understand. And then Clement comes in. It's okay. I got this. I got this. And he goes into an elaborate explanation and everything. How there's different types of evolution and different methods of evolution. They bring in the level concept, which is actually weird since levels technically don't exist in Pokemon. I mean, literally, they don't exist. It's kind of ridiculous how bad some Pokemon evolving, how inconsistent it is. I mean, you have freaking Ash still has a freaking Squirtle. That thing has to be, if you're gonna pull the levels nonsense, that thing has to be like freaking close to 100. Or is Bulbasaur, but then Bulbasaur technically refused to evolve, so I guess we'll give it a break. Cyndaquil, the dude went through Johto all the way, and he only evolved in Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon in the series, they don't follow the level nonsense. They don't evolve because they reach a certain level. So I mean, that kind of threw me off a little bit. maybe they're gonna do it this time. I don't know how it's gonna work. No, because I mean, even Scatterbug completely ruined it because he evolved twice in the same freaking episode. There's no way he would have, quote unquote, gotten all the experience to evolve twice. And he only did one match, and the match wasn't even over when it wasn't even over when the thing evolved. So, but anyway, so they decide to trick the smuggler, chest pin and an outfit, and then they go and try because they had like a tracker, and so they do that, and then Clement, why, please stop this gag. He created a thing to track, like it's kind of basically it took the tracking device, took the signal, and then he was gonna have a tracking device where it would find them. I'm like, last week, the week before, no, give us like 3 episodes or something without it. Like seriously, um, like they follow. The point is that it blows up again because everything he does explodes. It's actually getting really tiring right now. Like I don't want to see it, or I want to see him succeed. That's basically what I want right now. Like I don't want to see it for a while, or actually have the next one succeed. I'm just saying. But they end up finding the dude falls for it, and then they find the hideout. Thanks to Fletchling actually. I gotta say though, the thing they did with Froakie, I was actually highly impressed. Mind you, this is coming from somebody who was not a fan of Froakie to begin with. So, you, anime, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. So they actually used the concept of Froakie's evolution line being a ninja, because they were like Ash was ready to charge in, like no, we gotta make sure there's nobody in there, so that nothing happens to the Pokemon. He's like right, so he sends out Froakie doing like ninja status, and like she just goes in, starts jumping all over the place, climbs on top of the building, and he like sneaks in to the inside and like, oh, nobody's here. And he gives a signal. They're like, all right, we can go in. And they go in there, and then they get screwed over. Weirdly though, like I don't know, I didn't even like that was weird. Then like everybody got caught in a net except for Ash and Spupa and Froakie. Obviously, the Froakie was on top of the building. But those three didn't get caught by the net. The net itself, I was a little confused. I don't know if it was a mistake in the drawing or whatever, but there was gaps you could clearly see. Like it's like it kind of got to me. I'm like, if that's not really there, then you should have probably shown like there was actually still something there, like it was actually closed. Because otherwise, I'm like, why don't you just like stick your arm out and just crawl out of it? Because the gaps were pretty big, where there were no lines showing that there was a net holding them. Um, but anyways, that's besides the point. That was just me, like just it's weird looking and stuff like that. So I mean, if you watch the episode, you'll notice it too. Um, then there's the battle itself was kind of short. Even though Froakie is like the favorite of everybody apparently, Ash just freaking sucks. Like the thing, like he hasn't won. He is the Turtwig, the opposite of Turtwig. I mean, I'm guessing if he actually does evolve that thing, it's gonna turn out to be great, I guess. But for now, it's complete trash. This thing hasn't won anything except for the fletching fight. But any fight itself that it actually has with anybody else, it just fails. So yeah, he needs to get that fixed. Um, but anyway, so the fight happened, and Froakie was getting his butt handed to him, and then Spuvo actually takes over, evolves into Vivillon, defeats of Diggersby with the Stun Spore. I don't know how that works. But like the only thing it did was tackle before it evolved, and then Stun Spore after evolving. How the heck do you knock out a Diggersby like that? But Vivillon wins, and then the dude is like, I'm gonna catch you, and then Officer Jenny shows up again. and grabs him and just drags him, and then Vivillon does some weird sparkly magic dust thingy that just completely drains the guy of like all like he was gonna fight against everything, and then he just gave up like I can't do it. It's depressing. It saved all the speed bugs. The whole point, and everybody evolves. Pretty Vivillons everywhere. I gotta say though, like Vivillon is beautiful in all aspects. I'm glad. I mean, I was kind of happy to see all the colors. I just hope that we actually get to see like the patterns later on, like separately, so that we can actually enjoy them like all together, like individually. Because in the scene, they were all flocking out. You couldn't really like you could just you see the differences, but it's not like you were focused on a particular one because there were so many in a same area. So I mean, we got to see the floral pattern, which is the one that Viola had, and the one for this one was I think it's called the elegant one, which is the purple one, which is one of my favorites, by the way. So I mean, like I said, I just hope that we actually get to see somehow like each pattern individually, so we can appreciate it individually, and because I think they're all beautiful. Vivillon is just beautiful and all together. So I would like to see them individually, so I can appreciate them more individually. But that's just me. That's basically the end of the episode. Silent City, you will be dominated by our might. I mean, but we still have a long way to go. If I remember correctly, the next episode is the what was it? I think it's the Sylveon episode. Yeah, I think it's the Sylveon episode. I'm not totally sure. But so I'm really looking forward to that one. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of the fairy types. I'm hoping that the anime will actually change my mind. I really am. So I mean, I really playing the games. I didn't give it anything for until to the fairies. I never had a fairy. I never will have a fairy. Or like that's the way I thought. So hopefully the anime changes my mind. Sylveon, do me proud. I guess. I mean, yeah. Anyways, that's it for this review. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Letting me know all the stuff that you want to say, what you thought of the episode, all that stuff. I uploaded the first episode review for Fairy Tail earlier today. So if you have time, check it out and let me know down below what you think of it. But anyways, then, that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen, X and Y for the win. Oh my gosh, I can't even do the outro. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.